Hello and welcome to another pick a card reading. So today we're going to connect with your feminine energy and find your goddess inside you. So which goddess do you have inside you at the moment? And what messages does she bring you? And let's ask her, what does he think about me? How does he see me? We're going to do this to train your intuition and to connect better with your inner spirit, with your inner goddess, and learn lessons from her. What does he think about me? So let's start by reviewing all the set of cards in front of us. So the first one is guided by Calzedonia stone. The second one is pink agate. The third one is calcite. The fourth one is blue agate, and the fifth one is crystal quartz. So now I really want you to take this moment to breathe. Relax and meditate looking into all these 5 sets of cards and choose the one that your intuition and your inner goddess calls you the most. Let's take a moment now. And let's start. First of all, we will reveal your inner goddess that you have at the moment. What message does she bring you? And then later we will ask her, so what does he think about me? So let's start with the ones that have chosen Calzedonia stone. What goddess do you have inside you? Sirs. Wow, so today your inner goddess is Sirs, enchantment. So I see that you are a very strong and independent lady, almost hypnotizing, and you're using your dark feminine magic, and your powers. This is a really magical goddess, really connected to your psychic. When you walk, everybody just turns because you spread a charm and that black magical feminine power. You know that you have that inner power already, and actually this card would suggest you, this inner goddess tells you, use your inner feminine power, in order to make decisions. And this is actually the image that you have for other people as well, so just embrace it and enhance it. So let's check what Sirs, guided by Calzedonia stone, tells us about that person. So what does he think about you? Wow, look at this. We got Magician card, 2 of Cups, and Death. This is absolutely a bright message for Sirs. So remember I've told you, that black magic thing that you have. So indeed you're very magical, you're so connected with your inner self and your body, and you know how to use your body, and you know how to use your mind, and you know how to enchant people, basically. So you're very, very feminine lady. You have that grace, and you have that spirit, and you have that secret, So he definitely sees a secret in you, and he's very, very intrigued by you, Look at this card, 2 of Cups. He's so interested in you. He really wants to reveal what kind of magic, what kind of secrets do you hide. You really caught his attention, This is almost a passionate relationship, because we also have a Death card. He feels like he has to go for you, whether it's life or death question, he really wants to discover. You put so much intrigue into him that he really wants to know what's hidden under this. Maybe you look mysterious to him, not revealing all the secrets or actions. Maybe you do not text him first, or not always respond his messages, or do not show him clearly that you are interested. So he's actually really into this, and he thinks that, this is something very magical about you, and you are different from others, and you have that special power that he wants to discover you. And he's starting to develop feelings. He's ready for anything. With Death card means that he is ready to conquer you and to reveal that secret. So it's up to you. With Sir's card, she says, use your magic. You will know from your inner self, from your inner goddess, when is the right moment to reveal. He likes this mystery around you. So keep it until the moment when you feel it's right, and then reveal and manifest and show him that you are interested and you're ready to share your secret with him. So this is a very, very mysterious and passionate relationship, okay? He really sees you as a magical woman, so embrace your feminine energy even further and show him when it's needed. So this answer was for Circe and Calzedonia stone. Let's reveal others. Okay, so let's move to the second option for the ones that have chosen pink agate stone. So first of all, let's reveal what goddess you have inside you now. Wow, it's Eos, Dawn. So you're very seductive, but in a mature way, You're kind of transformative to people and to yourself. And this goddess basically tells you that you are ready for the new chapter, for the new experience, This is a very, very mature mind already. And you're using your powers. Look how she's raising, from the sea up to the sky, and you have moon. So basically you're connected, with all, let's say, powers of your feminine energy. You're very active. You're a creator. So let's reveal what Eos, goddess, tells you and what messages she brings you. So how does he sees you? Let's reveal the tarot card. So we have 8 of Wands, Knight of Swords, and 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so he, as you can see, he is definitely Knight of Swords, really intellectual, and actually it really suits the Eos goddess, because it says that, you're very connected by your intellectual powers as well, because you have a huge development of your, let's say, intellectual powers, and he is the same. He's very sharp, and he sees you as a very sharp intellectual person who can actually bring transformative ideas to life, okay? And at the same time, you're very seductive. As you can see, we have 8 of Wands, so you know what to say and you do not hold your word. If you feel that you want to spread out your ideas and your messages, you just go directly and you tell them what you think and what you need. And he really likes that about you, that you're so open and that you're trying always to basically protect your opinion and show your opinion and know how to debate, You're a very good communicator. And debating is your thing, you really like to discuss things, you like to express opinions and listen to opinions. And he actually really likes that about you, that you have that sharp mind, sharp ideas, and he finds that very attractive from you, that kind of transformative vision to life that you have, that you have maybe different ideas from the rest of the people and you're not afraid to speak up. So that really turns him on, and he feels really great about you. He really wants to go, and meet you and talk to you and start something new and beautiful together, We have 2 very active cards, so that means his energy is very active towards you. So even if he has not still reached you, I believe that this is going to happen very, very soon, okay? In the upcoming weeks, he's going to make that step and tell you, hey, I really want to discover you more, and I want to basically understand what are you thinking, what are your ideas. I want to share with you your ideas, and to see, because I kind of sense that you have very, very similar vision to life, and he's very interested about your intellectual capabilities. Maybe he's from your work. There's a lot of, kind of professional area going on, or at least you have similar hobbies. Something is really uniting you in terms of intellectual powers, and he really wants to meet you and to discover your possibilities even further. And even if you feel that he doesn't want to reach you, this is your turn actually. Be active as you are active about your opinion and you're spreading the word, you know, just go and tell him, hey, shall we hang out? Let's go for a coffee. If it's an existing relationship, then it's going to move into a huge speed in the next weeks, you know. You're going to go like really fast and develop very fast in this relationship. So date a lot, spend a lot of time together, analyzing each other. There's a lot of self-analysis going on. So you're going to analyze each other and see what kind of things you share, you know, in common. And actually be careful with only this thing, you know, that says that you have a possibility to give too much, you know, to open up too much and too quickly, okay? So even though he really likes that rush and that intellectual abilities and that sharpness of yours, okay, because he's the same way, but still he would like you to stay a little bit more, let's say, keeping a secret, because he, your goddess, the other side, she has that kind of seductiveness, you know, which, you know, normally it's covered by the sharpness of the mind, you know, about speaking up. So, you know, in order to really, really get his interest, it is very important sometimes to keep up a little bit with your opinions and not to reveal everything at once. I kind of sense that this is not going to be a love relationship, like a long-term relationship. I believe it's more like short-term romance, very passionate and very, very eye-opening and mind-opening, which you're going to enjoy a lot. But be careful not to put too much expectations into this short relationship, because I kind of sense that this is not going to be for a long time. So don't put expectations, too many expectations. Just enjoy the moment. Eos tells you, just enjoy the moment, take everything from this moment and go ahead. If it's an existing relationship, then he of course really enjoys your mind's abilities, and discuss with him more and just, you know, don't get too, let's say, doubted and wasted, you know, in expressing your opinions. You know, just try to protect yourself and not to feel too hurted if he says things, you know, in a very clear and straightforward way, because I kind of sense that this person is really straightforward, okay? Mainly he will be, I believe, from the air sign, you know, so they're very, very straightforward. So, you know, just don't get, you know, too sensitive about that. You know, this is the only caution that I have for you. So I hope it was helpful. Let's move on to another one. Okay, so this is the third option for the ones that have chosen Calcite stone. So first of all, let's reveal what goddess you have inside you at the moment. Oh, it's Gaia, abundance. It's a very mature goddess, okay? She's very, very mature. She's the mother of the nature. She's the creator. So basically, a great mother with ample resources, very fertile and strong, you know. She's all about giving birth and rebirth and putting harmony in this world. So it's very, very, very mature, lady. Think about your ancestors, you know, so your past lives are connected right now and you have that knowledge and wisdom of past lives. So this goddess tells you, use them, ask them for guidance, ask for that complexion that you have inside, that they're bringing you inside. Be that mother of nature, be that strong lady who knows where things come from and what she wants and what, most importantly, she doesn't want. So now let's ask Gaia, what does he think about me? What are his feelings towards me? Let's see. Oh, that's really transformative. Just look at those cards. So first of all, we have Ten of Swords, then we have Wheel of Fortune and the Moon. Okay, so he is really overwhelmed with your matureness levels. Okay, I kind of sense that he is not in the right mature way as you are. You know, he cannot think the speed and he cannot share the experience that you have. I feel that you are way more mature than him, to be honest, and he still needs to grow into your level. because you have that whole complexion, you know, your inner world is really complex, it's very mature, you know your goals, you have set yourself long-term goals, and you're headed towards them, and you really want, you know, to have a long-term relationship actually, and, you know, to be with someone who has, you know, the same goals as you have, you know, because you are worth that. You're worth a lot, but he's very immature, you know, just look at him. You're overpowering him with your energy. He feels lacking energy with you. He feels losing his masculine powers, you know. He feels that, you know, he's just too small for you. And he's feeling actually very anxious about that, and he's kind of turning away. You know, he's turning away from you, and actually he gets into this wheel of fortune, you know, which actually opens up his world, and basically he starts to realize that, you know, this lady, she's just, I'm not worth her, you know, she's just letting me down, you know, she's leaving me without energies. But don't be mistaken, this is your energy, and you have to find a person who is at the same matureness level and spiritual level as you are, with the same goals. Look, this is the moon card. The moon card speaks about looking into inner self. Okay, and it's also a caution card. You know, don't let this person to affect you. Don't let this person to bruise you and self-doubt your abilities and your matureness level, because this person can even turn, you know, into a cycle where he will start telling you that, you know, hey, why are you so clever always? Why you think you're always right, and so on. So don't let him do that, because it's his problem. He still is in a different stage of this life. You know, he needs further steps to go into the spiritual level, as you already are at this point, you know. So actually this person cannot give you much, you know, in terms of self-development. He could be quite good, you know, if you want to have short-term relationships, but it's not actually recommended for you, because you have Gaia's energy. Gaia's energy is all about, you know, being fertile, being in family, being, you know, strong and really strong-minded. So for you at this point, it would be better, you know, to actually distance yourself from this person, you know. And actually this person, he's just too overwhelmed with your power and your energy. He's just really too immature for you. Sorry to say that, but it's better to hear the straightforward answer, because Gaia likes clarity, because she knows the answers, because you know the answer deep inside, that this person, you know, he's not gonna grow to your level soon. And actually it can bring you anxiety as well, and start doubting about your own, you know, state, you know, and you don't need that. You don't need them. Look at that Wheel of Fortune. It's such a strong energy, and actually this card is intended for you. These two cards are the same. They're connected. This is the same card, you know, like as Gaia is the mother of nature, the mother of all mothers, as Wheel of Fortune is the complexity. That means that you have reached the final stages of your development, you know, where you have to be at this point. So just keep growing, and keep growing from here, you know, because you're already in absolutely another level. So just leave everything behind, all these people, just leave them behind, and you will find these people only by one condition: if you leave and detach yourself from the ones that are soaking your energy. Because look, this person is really soaking your energy. It's good for him because he's growing still. He's feeling anxious. So it's a no-no situation. And for you, you don't need that, because he's just taking everything away from you, giving you even more anxiety, and not let you grow. You have to give him space and just leave him. If it's an existing relationship, if you are just dating, I kind of sense that sooner or later you will feel that, you know, this person is just not gonna go the same way you go, and will not create the same long-term goals as you create. If it's a marriage, so I would say there is an advice here from the cards, you know, just use the wisdom of Gaia. And if your husband feels overpowered by you, try to control this energy, you know, because the marriage is all about giving chances and adapting to each other, you know. So that does not mean the end, but that means that you have to give him more space, and do not try to argue about anything he says, even though you think that his ideas are stupid or not worth or you know, immature in a way. Just let him be, you know, just let him be, because if not, he will feel very, very overpowered you, and you know, he will lack that masculinity level that you actually want from him, you know. So let him be a man, and then he will make you feel a woman again. So let's move now on to the fourth set. Okay, and this is the fourth option for the ones that have chosen a blue agate. So first of all, let's reveal what goddess you have inside you at the moment. Oh, so this is a Clytemnestra, outrage. It's a very serious goddess. She's surrounded by the dark clouds, could be grieving, could be anxious, or even slightly depressed. But she has a lot of feminine mother's wisdom, okay? This goddess, she has passed through a very dark times. She has lost her daughter, so grief always follows her, but that grief also makes her stronger. So if you are feeling depressed or anxious at the moment, or very down, it's because you have the energy of Clytemnestra, goddess. But don't be mistaken, the dark days are making you stronger and making you a wiser woman, because she is a very, very extremely wise woman, and she will always know answers. There is nothing that can break her. So let's ask Clytemnestra, what does he think about you? What does he feel about you? So these are your tarot cards. So we have Page of Swords, so this is his card. We have Seven of Cups, we have Seven of Wands. So definitely he's that Page of Swords, you know, a very active man, very young as well, young at heart, you know, very, how to say, adventurous even, you know, and he sometimes even makes decisions without thinking too much, you know, he just does that. So there is a slight conflict between you, because Clytemnestra is the goddess that really likes clear answers, and she's been through all things, hard and heartbroken things. They kind of clash a little bit together. Look at this card. The Seven of Wands is the conflict card, you know, there is like a conflict between you two, okay? Basically because of your nature, because he's so, you know, young and you know, like adventurous, and does not really think about his actions, and you are really planning, you know, you like to plan and see ahead and really calculate well, you know, your actions and decisions, and he just goes. And there is a conflict because he has a young spirit inside him, and you have a very old mature spirit inside you at the moment, so you're really clashing at the moment, okay? That means that you are making your long-term goals. You better analyze the situation first, and then action, if any action at all, to be honest. And he is the one who's actioning first. He does not think much. He has already fought, okay? Meanwhile, you are just starting to think, so he has already fought, he made his decision, and he made an action, okay? And he can even scare you and put you off by his behaviors. Maybe he's trying, you know, to show too much attention in too quickly and not in the right way for you, you know? Maybe he's just, you know, want to jump into new adventures, this relationship in general, and you need time. You still need time, because I feel that with this lady inside you at the moment, that means that you need your solitude at the moment, and you need to stay alone. And this card is about choices, so it kind of sense that, you know, he's feeling that he's not stupid. He feels that, you know, you need that solitude time, and he's trying hard, and that's why there are conflicts. So maybe, you know, you get into discussions, or, you know, just try to prove each other something which is at the end, you know, not that important. So basically he is doubting, whether it's a good moment to approach you at the moment. I think at the moment, if he has not approached you yet, he won't, because he's considering that, and he sees, that you have that kind of past experience which is making you slightly anxious and depressed, and he understands that you need that solitude. And this goddess also tells you that you need your solitude at the moment. You cannot start relationship until you're not healed from your past experiences. So first of all, heal yourself, surround yourself with a positive energy, and let them later make the step further. Because right now I don't see any relationship going on from this point. If it's an existing relationship though, I would say that he does not understand you well at this moment, that you are closed up and you really need your time, and you're with your inner self, and maybe you're even conflicting, and maybe from small life details, such as, I don't know, who is doing dishes, there is a conflict coming up, okay? And he does not understand you, to be honest, because you're already in another level of your mind. You need, you're starting to rethink your life, and you're starting to rethink your values, and he does not understand that, because he's just, he's quick mind, and he's action based as well, and he's very intellectual, so not that emotional as you are at the moment. So that's the problem, because you are just really not compatible at this point. So the advice from the goddess would be, distance yourself a little bit, from this relationship or the marriage that you have. Spend your own me time, quality time, and reveal and discover your goals and actions, and try to look for answers, while meditating, or just focusing on your own hobby, distance yourself from this. Don't get into these discussions with your partner, because it's not gonna lead anywhere. Okay, so let's move now on to the fifth option. Okay, and for the last fifth set, we have a crystal quartz, okay, and the goddess. So first of all, we will reveal your goddess that you have inside the moment. Oh, so beautiful. Look, you have fame. So this is a goddess who really likes to be informed and feel important, even sometimes scandalous, She likes to know it all, and she always wants more, The information that she has is not enough, and she wants more information. She needs more details, She's really sharp. She's very, very young-spirited and young-hearted, okay? Could be that sometimes she even wants to know too much, okay? And tries to get into places where do not belong to her, to be honest, okay? But she has so much capacities to take and absorb the information and to use it later that sometimes people are getting scared, So let's ask the theme goddess, what does he feel about you? What does he feel about you? What tarot card say? Okay, just look at that. We have the Chariot card, the Queen of Swords, and we have 9 of Wands as well. So he thinks that you are very, very straightforward, as the theme goddess is actually. And you're really driven by actions and information with the Chariot card, that you are really setting your goals and always reaching them. You're very sharp. So this is what I was telling you before about that fear, about that fear that, with this Queen of Swords, again, it just represents that he thinks that you are just too strong mentally, for him, and you hold so much information inside you. And you can basically cut him with your sharp mind, because maybe you make comments towards him like, that you're kind of challenging him, because Queen of Swords likes challenges. So he sees you as a challenge as well, because to overcome Queen of Swords is really hard, because the strength that she has is basically her mind, the sharpness of the mind. Not so emotional though. So he does not know how to approach to you, and with this card we see that he is actually waiting and creating right now an action plan. He's kind of analyzing you at the moment. First of all, your actions and your mind, okay? He's kind of trying to step aside and to analyze you and to really look into you to find, the right way to approach you, because he kind of feels that the ways he already knows or the natural way for him is not going to work with you, because you're very, very strong, very oriented lady, and he's kind of scared, to put you off by saying a wrong thing or just acting wrong or just showing himself as not man enough for you, because he kind of idolizes you. He sees you as a very, very strong woman who can really make her own life, and actually that she's very independent and she kind of doesn't need anyone, to be honest. So he sees you this way, like really, really independent, and that scares him. That scares him, and especially with this theme goddess, this is a beautiful card for you. That means that you're a very wise woman, an intellectual woman, and go for it, and you will reach all your, especially career results. If you're planning on something or any results or goals that you have set, you will reach everything. 3 cards, just look at that, and that puts him off, to be honest, because he thinks that there is no place for him in your routine and in your schedule, because you're so occupied, you're so busy, you're always with so many ideas and things to do and actions, that he thinks that, he has no space there and that he won't interest you actually. He thinks that, that he has nothing to give you that you do not have already, and that kind of scares him, because he kind of sees you more superior than him himself, that he can actually be for you. So actually, he's now creating an action plan and trying to analyze you and see what things work for you and what things you are interested in. So maybe you will see him around, with your activities and in your daily life, daily routine, just trying, to pick up all the information possible about you in order later to see how he can approach you. I don't see actually his further actions anytime soon, okay, because those are all individual cards. They're all speaking about your own goals, that you will be very successful with your own goals, especially career life again, and your studies if you're studying. And I don't see him approaching anytime soon, to be honest, because he still needs time to analyze you and to see and reveal you, okay? Because you're really, really strong for him. You're too strong, to be honest, for him right now. And I kind of sense that you should also focus more onto your goals at the moment rather than this person, because, if he doesn't know how to get into your level, maybe he's not the right person for you. Think about that. And if we are talking about the existing relationship, so your partner is actually letting you go, okay? So he basically lets do your own stuff, okay? And he does not get into your way, because he knows that if he gets into your way, you will crash him, okay? And he just lets you be as you are, okay? And lets you go with your ideas and so on. He just not, he does not give you any opinions. And you can feel a little bit maybe sometimes lacking his support, but he just basically sees you so strong that actually I think that you have to help him more, to be honest, with his life than he has to help you, okay? He's feeling, like you can do it all, and everything is up to you. So you're being a dominant one in the relationship at the moment. So now you have revealed your goddesses. So please use their messages for self-development, further self-development, and your feminine instincts embracement. Okay, use your feminine power, because you're very, very capable. And we will see you next time. Goodbye.